My top 10 comic book covers, a booktube event started by Grammaticus Books. In my continuing effort to chase clout for my channel, I'm showing my top 10 comic book covers.
But Grandpa, you don't read any comic books.
Yeah, this one might be a challenge. I don't have many comic books, but most of the ones I have come with interesting stories. Interesting to me, anyway. My name is Brett, and this is The Beast Reads. I'll start off with a bang. I've been a C.J. Cherryh fan since first reading Gate of Everett when it first came out. So when I found a black and white graphic novel version drawn by Jane Fancher in a convention dealer's room, I grabbed it. Donning Starblaze Graphics published a full-color editions of the first two-thirds of the novel before they went out of business. All three of my copies are signed by Jane Fancher and C.J. Cherryh. Living proof, right here. For sentimental reasons, this one's one of my favorites. I think the one I like the best is this one. Got Vanier in the foreground, Morgaine back here on Sipta, and a gate looming in the background. This one I never did understand. I don't think there's a dragon in this story. Been a while since I read it, but I don't think there is. Next we have Elric Stormbringer #1, cover by P. Craig Russell. In the 80s and 90s, I had a job delivering to supermarkets, convenience stores, and gas station mini-marts. One time I was in the office of the gas station manager, Gene, taking care of paperwork. I noticed a sketchbook on the desk with a good copy of a Michael Whelan painting. I said, "I have that book. Did you draw that?" Turns out he was an incredible artist. His favorite artist was Michael Whelan, and his favorite author was Michael Moorcock. Gene could explain how Elric was related to all the Eternal Champions and how they fit into the multiverse. He was such a big fan, he went to Blue Oyster Cult concerts whenever they were in town. He even wanted to name his son Elric, but his wife wouldn't let him. He shared his enthusiasm by giving me copies of the Moorcock comic books as they came out. I returned the favor by getting Michael Moorcock to sign several for him at Worldcon. Got him to sign one for me. The next year at Worldcon, I got Cherryh and Whelan to sign a copy of Gate of Everett for him. We made out pretty good on our trades. Next up we have Heavy Metal from June 1982 by artist Paige Wood. It's titled A Girl and Her Dog. A customer I met through my job, Bart, was manager of a small grocery store when I met him. He had never met anyone named Brett. I'd never met anyone named Bart. We usually greeted one another with, "Hello, Brother Bart." "Hello, Brother Brett." One day I went in there and he said, "Hey, I got some old heavy metal magazines. I was cleaning out my house. Do you want them?" I said, "Well, of course." I was very surprised by how many he gave me. He just kept bringing them out, and I couldn't believe it was just going to give them to me. But he did, and I'm not holding those covers up so you can see them. Some of them I probably shouldn't hold up to show you, but that job really paid off. In another job-related story, I was able to get to Retief Comics as soon as they were published because my boss was an antique collector. He liked the original black and white Mickey Mouse, so he subscribed to the Comic Buyer's Guide and had given them to me when he had read them. I saw a pre-order form for the Retief comic book and jumped at the chance to get them. My favorite is Retief comic #1, covered by Dennis Fujitaki. Shows Retief at an embassy event with a drink in one hand and a blaster in the other, and a look that says, "Hey, something's going on here." The next two I also found through the Comic Buyer's Guide. In the late 80s, Alf was everywhere. TV, cartoons, toys, dolls, trading cards. Of course, these I got through work. But then we have Alf #3, covered by Dave Manick. It just cracks me up, really crashing through Alf's roof for a change. My boss had called me into his office one day, usually not a good thing, but he just had a question. "Is there a person inside that Alf costume?" He had seen one of the rare instances when Alf was walking and had to ask me. And now here's something I think you'll really like. A favorite of mine from my childhood, Rocky and Bullwinkle #1, cover by Ernie Colon. It shows Rocky and Bullwinkle and the whole gang, Boris and Natasha, Dudley Do-Right, Snidely Whiplash, and Peabody and Sherman. Definitely a childhood favorite, as was Retief. I was a very complicated child. Preparing for this video, I searched my attic, closets, bookshelves for my meager collection of comic books. A few jumped out at me. I really like this one. Adventure Illustrated #1, winter of 1981, cover by Jim Starlin. I like Sword and Planet stories, and this one has it all. Sword, planet, aliens, ray gun, Couldn't be better. I'd forgotten I had this one, but when I found it, it made me smile. Marvel Fanfare, cover by Jim and I, Jim Starlin and Alan Milgrom. We went to an A's game on Marvel Superheroes Day with a work event. The comic book was a giveaway, and during the game, superheroes were available for autographs. We got to the signing room, and my 4-year-old daughter panicked when she saw Spider-Man walking on tables, holding the ceiling. We got autographs from Spider-Woman, Doctor Doom, Hulk, Captain America, and Spider-Man came down from the ceiling and signed it. When I saw this one, I thought it was perfect. Supergirl number 4, The Ape and the Devil, covered by Gary Frank and Cam Smith. I could use this for April, the booktube event created by the outlaw Levi Wallace. Then this one jumped out at me, Filmation's Ghostbusters, not to be confused with Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray version, cover number 2 by Howard Bender, special dinosaur issue. One of the Ghostbusters is an ape, and it has dinosaurs in it. I could use it for April and Dinovember, hosted by Andrea at Infinite Text.
Grandpa, are you a shill?
No, that's more of an example of me chasing clout for my channel.
Oh yeah, that's better.
That brings us to the end of my top 10 favorite comic book covers. If you enjoyed watching this desperate plea for attention, give the video a like. It don't cost nothing. And remember, Styx is the greatest American rock band.